أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. ولا تكونوا كالذين تفرقوا واختلفوا من بعد ما جاءهم البينات وأولئك لهم عذاب عظيم. صدق الله العظيم. This is verse number 105 of Surah Al-Imran. In previous verse number 103, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala commanded the believers to hold fast, all of you, to the code of Allah, meaning the Holy Quran. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala stated in verse number 103 that, O believers, you have to follow the Holy Quran. By this way you will be united. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in that verse that وَلَا تَفَرَّقُوا, do not be divided. Now in this present verse Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala states the same subject, the same thing. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says وَلَا تَكُونُوا كَالَّذِينَ تَفَرَّقُوا وَاخْتَلَفُوا مِنْ بَعْدِ مَا جَاءَهُمُ الْبَيِّنَاتِ, meaning do not be like those who became divided and وَاخْتَلَفُوا and fell into disputes مِنْ بَعْدِ مَا جَاءَهُمُ الْبَيِّنَاتِ, after clear signs had come to them. So it means that the Muslims should not be like the Jews and Christians, who even after clear injunctions of Allah Almighty had reached them, who became divided in the implementation of the basic code of faith, simply because they prefer to follow their desires. Like Jews and Christians, they divided in different sects. That is why there is hadith in which the Holy Prophet ﷺ said that the nations or communities before you, they divided in 72 sects, and my ummah, my community, will divide into 73 sects, but all of the sects will go into hell, but except one of them. Then the Holy Prophet ﷺ was asked that which sect will be in paradise. So he explained clearly that ma ana alayhi wa ashabi, that sect which follow me and my companions. So the Holy Prophet ﷺ clearly said that there will be different sects in my ummah, in my community. So all of them will go to the hell, but only one sect will be successful. He will go to the paradise. Then he was asked that, meaning the explanation of this sect. So he replied that ma ana alayhi wa ashabi, only that sect, that group who follow me, meaning my sunnah, wa ashabi, and my companions, meaning the way of my companions. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has forbidden believers from divisions, from disputes in this verse. So thus this verse in fact a complement of the verse wa'tasimu bihablillah, where Muslims were asked to seek unity and strength by attaching themselves to Allah's commands individually and collectively. If they follow Allah's commandments, then they will act like one community, like one body. So after that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in this verse also said, وَلَا تَكُونُوا كَالَّذِينَ تَفَرَّقُوا, do not be like those who became divided, in this present verse. And also Allah said in verse number 103, وَلَا تَفَرَّقُوا, and be not divided. So now, actually Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala instructed Muslims that they should learn a lesson from the past communities which were destroyed by mutual dissensions, with the good counsel that they should do their best to stay safe against this disease. That is why we see nowadays that Muslims are divided. Due to this, they are beaten, they are defeated everywhere. So the reason is that we do not follow the Quran in true sense. But one thing, keep in mind that Allah has forbidden division. So the type of divisiveness censured in this verse is a division that shows up because of arrogant and egotistic self-assertiveness, be it in the fundamentals of religion or in its subsidiaries. The statement, after clear signs had come to them in this verse, is an obvious indicator, because the fundamentals injunctions or the fundamentals injunctions of the religion is clear. There is no any room for difference. And the truth is that all fundamentals of religion are clear. Even some subsidiaries are so clear that they allow no margin of disagreement, unless of course there is a selfish motive behind it. So, however, there are subsidiary issues not so definite and clear. They may have no clear support from the text of the Holy Quran and Sunnah. Rather, they are deduced by the scholars on the basis of analogy, or the text on which they are based is open to different interpretation. So the resulting difference of opinion and the understanding of these subsidiaries is not included in the sense of this verse. The well-known authentic hadith narrated by Al-Bukhari and Muslim from the blessed companion Amr ibn al-As is more than enough to permit it. And this hadith, the Holy Prophet ﷺ has said that one who does ijtihad means conducting a competent inquiry within the framework provided by the Sharia to resolve a religious issue, and comes up with a ruling which is correct, he gets a twofold reward. And if he makes a mistake in his ijtihad, he gets one reward. So Allah has forbidden us Muslims from division, from differences. But we see that there are different opinion regarding the subsidiary issues of the religion. So keep in mind that there are some issues which are not clear in the Holy Quran or in a hadith. So in such situation, the expert and the scholars, they do ijtihad. Ijtihad means they conduct a competent inquiry and they try to deduce the injunctions or the ruling for the such new problems. So this hadith which I said, that in this the Holy Prophet ﷺ said that if a person does ijtihad to resolve a problem, a religious problem, then he deduced a correct answer, so he will get twofold reward. And if he made a mistake in his ijtihad, so he will get the one reward. So this hadith tells us that an ijtihad made by a competent scholar, even if it turns out to be an erroneous, is still worthy enough for a reward, provided utmost effort has been made. So then this type of ijtihad, ijtihad means inquiry, is not blamable. So that is why if scholars have different opinion regarding an issue which is not clear in the Holy Quran and Hadith, so this type of divisiveness is not forbidden. That is why, according to Sayyidina Qasim ibn Muhammad and Umar bin Abdul Aziz, they said that the difference of opinion among the noble companions is a source of mercy and ease for people. For example, there are some issues in which there are different opinions of the scholar, especially like for Imam Abu Hanifa. We follow the opinions of Imam Abu Hanifa, Imam Shafi, Imam Malik, Imam Ahmad. They are four Imams. Actually, they were not four, they were more than four, but they were 7 or 10 or more than. But from that time, some people, some Imams, they were not followed by anyone. So that is why they like disappeared. Their opinions were disappeared. But only these four Imam, majority of people, they were following the opinions of these Imams. So that is why nowadays in the world, Muslim follow these four Imam, meaning their opinions regarding those issues and problems which are not clear in the Holy Quran or in a Hadith or in Sunnah. So they deduced from the Quran and from the Hadith ruling, on the basis of which they tried to resolve the religious problem. So this type of difference of opinion is not forbidden, but it is according to some, like I said, according to Umar bin Abdul Aziz, he said this is a type of mercy, a source of mercy and ease for the people, because they will try to follow any opinion of these opinions. So another thing, a ruling on difference of opinion. So let us have a clear understanding of a serious matter of principle which arises out of this discussion. When we talk about differences and ijtihad, we mean an ijtihad which is permissible under the Sharia of Islam. In Sharia based ijtihad, one or other Imam may elect a view to stand by according to his line of thought, but the fact shall remain that in the sight of Allah only one of these views is true, while other views are not true. But again, the decision as to which is true and which is not rests with Allah Almighty, who will bestow on the day of judgment a twofold reward on the Imam and the scholar who arrives at the correct ruling through his ijtihad. Also rewarded on this day will be the one whose ijtihad was not correct. In short, nobody except Allah has the right to sit on judgment and the difference of interpretation and say that this is true and that is false. However, to the best of one's understanding and insight, whichever side one thinks is closest to the Holy Quran and Sunnah, he may say that as far as he thinks his choice is correct, although the possibility of its being incorrect cannot be ruled out, and that which is the opinion on the other side different from his chosen option is regarded as incorrect. with the possibility of that it may be correct in the sight of Allah. So this is something that all leading imams of fiqh, the master of Muslim uh, Islamic jurisprudence agree upon. So that is why if one imam has one opinion and another imam has another opinion, so from this explanation the rule becomes clear that no side taken in a difference of interpretation is munkar. So we cannot say that, for example, we follow Imam Abu Hanifa. So we cannot say that the opinion of Imam Shafi is unfair. So then we start forbid those people who follow Imam Shafi. No. The opinion of each Imam is not unfair, but it is fair. That is why we cannot forbid people from following the opinion of another Imam. If someone starts to forbid a person from following any opinion of any imam, so it means he is going against the teaching of Islam, because the fundamental rules are clear, they agree upon. For example, for imam, they believe Allah is one, Muhammad is the messenger of Allah, they believe in angels, they believe in the doomsday, they believe the fundamentals, creeds or beliefs. But there are some subsidiary injunctions which are called furu'. Furu means subsidiary injunctions. So four imams, they have different opinions because due to some reasons. So this is the summary of this verse, that Allah forbids people from division, but one cannot say that why then four imam they are divided in different opinions. So we say that all Muslims are on the same page regarding the fundamentals, rules of religion, but yes, they have different opinion regarding the subsidiary injunctions. So it does not affect the issue, or it is not prohibited, because such difference of opinion was present even in the time of the companions of the Holy Prophet ﷺ. One companions had one opinion regarding one thing, another companion had another opinion regarding a thing, so it was not allowed. So if someone starts uh, and uses like insulting words, or he attacks other person, and he abuse other person and subsidiary issues, so it is not allowed. So all this discussion about ijtihad relates to the one carried out under the standard rules governing it. The very first condition is that ijtihad can be resorted to in questions and issues about which there is no categorical decision available in the Holy Quran and Sunnah, or it may be that such decision is not clear and susceptible to more than one interpretation, or it is possible that a combination of some verses of the Holy Quran and some narrations of hadith may be apparently contradictory. So in situations such as this, only those who possess the necessary prerequisites to carry out jihad will be entitled to do so. Ijtihad is no easy matter. It requires the most perfect expertise of all disciplines related to the Holy Quran and the Hadith. It requires a comprehensive and perfect knowledge of the Arabic language, a comprehensive knowledge of the sayings of the companions of the Holy Prophet ﷺ and their successors. Therefore, anyone who dabbles in questions which have been settled by the authoritative text and comes up with opinion contrary to those of leading authorities then this difference of opinion will not under the category of ijtihad, which is allowed in Islam. So nowadays we see that some people they give their opinion regarding those injunctions which are already settled by the Quran and Sunnah. So this will be true about the person who does not fulfill the condition of ijtihad. So those who consider themselves educated nowadays, like in modern science, so they now have started to express their personal opinions regarding to the matters that have been settled in the Holy Quran and Sunnah. So this is ignorance at its ugliest form. So that is why such difference of opinion is not allowed. So this is the summary of this verse, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَلَا تَكُونُوا كَالَّذِينَ تَفَرَّقُوا وَاخْتَلَفُوا. Allah says, do not be like those who became divided, وَاخْتَلَفُوا, and fell into disputes, مِن بَعْدِ مَا جَاءَهُمُ الْبَيِّنَاتِ, after the clear signs had come to them. وَأُولَٰئِكَ لَهُمْ عَذَابٌ عَظِيمٌ, those are the ones for whom there is a grave punishment. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَلَا تَكُونُوا كَالَّذِينَ تَفَرَّقُوا. وَلَا تَكُونُوا, do not be like those تَفَرَّقُوا, who became divided, وَاخْتَلَفُوا, and fell into disputes, مِن بَعْدِ مَا جَاءَهُمُ الْبَيِّنَاتِ, after the clear signs had come to them. وَأُولَٰئِكَ لَهُمْ عَذَابٌ عَظِيمٌ, those are the ones for whom there is a grave punishment. Again, وَلَا تَكُونُوا, do not be كَالَّذِينَ, like those تَفَرَّقُوا, who became divided, وَاخْتَلَفُوا, and fell into disputes, مِن بَعْدِ ma, after the ma ja'ahumul bayyinat, after the clear signs had come to them. وَأُولَٰئِكَ لَهُمْ عَذَابٌ عَظِيمٌ, those are the ones for whom there is a grave punishment. وَلَا تَكُونُ means do not be. كَالَّذِينَ, ka meaning like, الَّذِينَ those, تَفَرَّقُوا, who became divided, وَاخْتَلَفُوا, wa meaning and, اختلفوا means fell into disputes or differed. من بعد, after, ما جاءهم البينات, al-bayyinat means clear signs, after the clear signs, جاء had come, home to them. وَأُولَٰئِكَ, those are the ones, lahum, for whom, عذاب عظيم, there is a grave punishment. Azab means punishment, azim grave. Again, وَلَا تَكُونُوا, and do not be, كَالَّذِينَ, like those, ka meaning like, الَّذِينَ those, تَفَرَّقُوا, who became divided, وَاخْتَلَفُوا, and differed or fell into disputes, مِن بَعْدِ, after, مَا جَاءَهُمُ الْبَيِّنَاتِ, al-bayyinat clear signs, after the clear signs, جَاءَ had come, home to them, al-bayyinat clear signs. وَأُولَٰئِكَ, those are the, those, وَأُولَٰئِكَ mean those, lahum mean those are the ones, lahum for whom, adhabun azim, there is a grave punishment. Adhab means punishment, azim grave.